first Tintin adventure, The Land of the Soviets, is filled with what would become Tintin trademarks, like high-speed chases and irrepressible villains, but it's clearly a work in progress. In the first pages, our hero looks very different to the character we know today. He's simplistic and almost unrecognizable, but none of that mattered to Tintin's first audience. Originally published in weekly installments in the Belgian newspaper Le Petit 20e, the comic strip was a huge success from the outset. I want to find out why these unassuming sketches were such an instant hit. Michael Farr was a friend of Hergé's. He's a writer and a leading Tintin expert.
He was the pioneer. It was Hergé who was developing in Europe the idea of the strip cartoon. And what we now know as the bande dessinée, the strip cartoon, stems from his developments.
What is the legacy of that book? What has it given us? Apart from the fact that it spawned, of course, all the future Tintin books that followed.
I think it's a pioneering work of art and literature, believe it or not. I mean, you know, he's known as an artist, but goodness, what a storyteller. It's the work of a debutant, but one with tremendous talent. It is a seminal work in the history of the strip cartoon in Europe. If you go to any convention now of strip cartoonists, Hergé is a god to them, and this is a very important work because it's the beginnings of what to them is a very great artist's oeuvre.
Although his stories really captured my early imagination, this first book is the one I didn't know at all when I was growing up, and for a very good reason. Shortly after its first publication, it vanished completely for over 40 years. Its author, the perfectionist Hergé, was unhappy with the book. He felt it was rushed and poorly thought through. And yet this is the book that gave rise to a multi-million-pound comic strip empire. And far from being a book to hide away, I think this could be the most important Tintin book of all. To really understand what the book tells us about the origins of this cartoon hero, I need to get to Brussels, the starting point for every Tintin adventure. Since I was injured